Alright, hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how I remade ASTROTHUNDer. So I do have a full instrumental of this up on my channel if you guys want to check it out. Because I'm not going to play the whole instrumental in this video, it's just going to be a deconstruction. So let's just jump right in. First, I want to show you how I remade this intro sound. This is probably the worst part of this remake, I think. I think the rest of it's pretty accurate, but this part just kind of sucks. Anyway, this is what it sounds like. I'll play that again because it's pretty fast. Alright, so that's what it sounds like. And to make this, I recorded a part of me playing guitar, just one note. And then I messed with it a lot. So first I pitched it up 12 semitones, so a whole octave. And then I halved the speed so it would go faster, but this is what it sounded like. That's the first note that I played on the guitar, and then I added a little fade in so that it would go like this. Just to make it sound more artificial and less real, you know, because it doesn't actually sound like a guitar. And then I added an automation inside of it to go up 2 semitones, so one whole step, and this is what that sounded like. So then I duplicated that and added just the perfect fifth of that. So that's what that sounds like. And then I added this kind of organ sound. And then obviously, as you can hear, I automated the volume to turn off so that it would end at a certain point, just like it does in the song. So as for effects, I have a halftime on that, just so that it's deeper. Doesn't sound like that. It's kind of this. Kind of sucks. Doesn't really sound very accurate, so I just added a halftime. Makes it sound more accurate. And then I have this EQ only on the guitar, and I have a flanger, a chorus, and reverb on everything else. So that's just the intro sound. So next I'll show you how I remade the little pluck sound at the beginning. So for this I used Pigments. That's the only plugin I used for the entire remake, because I don't have enough money to buy Omnisphere yet. Hoping soon. But so I use a preset called Rising Sun. And here, this is what it sounds like without all the changes I made to it. This is what it would sound like in the song. Actually, this. So that's not accurate at all. So I had to make a lot of changes for this to sound good. So first up was this EQ. Kind of like a telephone EQ, just to cut out the highs and the lows. And then I made some changes within the plugin. I think I took down the release a lot, and I removed the reverb that was on it. I also changed the position in the wavetable to make it more of like a wave, like a more wavy wave, rather than a more harsh one. So then I ended up with this. So yeah, that sounded pretty accurate, so I was pretty happy with how that turned out. Next, let's go into the drums. Alright, sorry about that, my recording cut. So moving on to the drums. So first I'm going to show you the hi-hats that I used. So first I have this hi-hat right here. kind of a Pierre-Bourne style hi-hat. And so this is like I got it from the Wheezy Out of Here kit, but I'm sure you could find it in many other places. It's a pretty well-known hi-hat, and so this is the pattern that I played. So yeah, that's the first hi-hat. And then we have this hi-hat, sounds like this. Also in the same kit. It's a lot lower, so it's kind of a background thing, doesn't play much, but this is the pattern. So yeah, as you can see, this hi-hat's kind of hitting in the blank spots of the first hi-hat. So together it sounds like this. So yeah, that's the hi-hat, or the hi-hats, sorry. Then we have the clap. So for this clap, as you can see here, I moved it a little bit off of where it would actually hit, which is on the 3, because that's what I saw in the waveforms of the song, but also it was kind of delayed from the right ear to the left ear. So I added a chorus so that it would have a super small delay, but not too noticeable. So that with the hi-hat sounds like this. So yeah, then we have this little perk that hits. So this is also a pretty common perk. So both of these sounds both came from the Foreign Tech drum kit, or one of the Foreign Tech drum kits. I forget which one it is, but yeah, that's what it came from. And so this is what it sounds like with the claps and hi-hats. So then we have this other perk, the one in Flatbed Freestyle. So I got this from a Playboy Cardi drum kit, and this is what it sounds like. So pretty simple with the drums, sounds like this. So now the drums are only kind of missing one main element, and that's that little perk that hits at the end, which sounds like this. So to do this, this is not a very accurate sound, but to do it, I put reverb on this perk, like a lot of reverb, as you're about to hear. So I recorded it. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn that off. So yeah, I re-recorded it into a new track so that the reverb wouldn't last forever, and it's just the right amount of time. So this is what it sounds like. I also changed a little bit of the panning because it pans a little bit to the right ear. So altogether, these drums sound like this. So then I have this 808 right here, which I got from a Wonder Girl kit, and it sounds like this. So I don't know if this is the exact 808 that they use in the song, but it sounds pretty similar. The reason that these two are separated from the MIDI is because the note is not long enough to last the whole measure. So I had to warp it, and that's why it kind of sounds weird. But yeah. So yeah, that's the 808. And then I also have this hi-hat that's playing right at the end of the second bar, and then this reverse hi-hat. And then finally the kick. So yeah, that's all the drums, and I'm going to play all of that together for you right now. Alright, so that's the intro. Oh wait, no, I did forget one element. So there's these little vocal stabs that come out in the second bar, so this is what they sound like. So yeah, those sounded terrible just by themselves, but they do sound accurate in the grand scheme of things. So I'm just gonna play you the entire intro. Alright, so when we get into this next parts, these vocal stabs are still playing, but I have it turned down in volume. So as you can hear, it's a lot louder in this intro parts. So yeah, and then also the clap is still playing in this, and then so here, this is where the most memorable part of the song pops up, and that's a sine wave that you can hear. It's kind of, once it starts playing, it goes out through the rest of the song, keeps playing. To do this, I just use the default template in Pigments, and I have a sine wave here. And then I turn the mode to legato, like that. I could, have the note glide and not play in chords. And so this is what the lower part sounds like. And then I just have that an octave higher. And then the top melody goes like this. And then the octave higher. And together. So with this, I also recorded some bass. Oh, actually, I forgot to explain the effects I used. So I used reverb and chorus. So yeah, pretty simple. Then on the bass, I had to record this an octave higher because I think when Thundercat plays it in the actual version, he's using a 5-string bass with a lower string. So I just played it an octave higher and I transposed it down, as you can see right here. So for the bass, I added a chorus to make it sound more like watery, and I also added a compressor to kind of distort it a little bit. And this is what the whole bass section sounds like. So yeah, that was I played that, so it's not completely accurate to the song, but I think it sounds pretty similar. And then we just have a lot of the drums coming back in this section. Also the kick, and then I have these guitar parts that I recorded as well. So first we have this. So that's just kind of like a chord that plays at the beginning of when the guitar starts. And then I have this. So right here. So that's probably my favorite part of the song. Very like psychedelic sounding guitar. So on that I have an EQ, a reverb, a chorus, and a delay. I think that's probably similar to what I have. Yeah, so that's what I have also on the chords that I played. Oh, also I forgot to mention that I did take up the fade a little bit on these guitar chords, so that it wouldn't just be like a picking sound and rather like a smooth rise to the chord. So together it sounds like this. So yeah. Then I have this also another sine wave. It's just kind of background chords though, it's nothing very serious. So yeah, that is going on in the background. So I have this high pass filter on it, cutting out the low end. And I also added utility of Ableton to turn down the volume, otherwise it'd be too loud. So to make this, I use the Ring My Bell preset in Pigments, but I completely changed it. I removed the bell and I added just the sine wave. And I added this chorus right here and turned up the dry wets just so that I would have kind of like these like weird sounds going on in the background. And I have a delay and a reverb on it as well. Then I have just this little bass playing in the background. Just for some added texture. And then I have this the harp plucking kind of sound that starts playing near the end of the song. So that's this. So yeah, that's another really nice part of the song, in my opinion. But yeah, so yeah, that's the harp. And for this, I turned down the volume and I panned it a little bit to the right ear because the harp sound that I used was panned too far to the left. So it's just to kind of put it in mono. But yeah, so those are all the elements I used to recreate ASTROTHUNDER. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you thought this was helpful or interesting. And yeah, also, by the way, definitely check out the full remake that I uploaded on my channel as well. The link will be in the description. And yeah, see you.